Okay, second round. Yeah, we're playing first. You bet we are. This seems fine. We could also just completely move in, which we might actually do. We've got 2 planes, which is kind of a lot, but it doesn't really matter. Curious to see what we're up against here in the second round. The round took forever. And, yeah, it could be interesting. Go. Yeah, we're doing it. Hell with it. We don't have any other place for a while anyway. And there's the mugging. The exact thing we don't want to see. But that being said, it's not the worst case scenario. We got in for 4 damage, which is a reasonable amount for Founders Street Denizen. It sucks to get 2 for 1. It sucks pretty bad. But, yeah, we weren't doing anything for those next few turns, so not the worst. Okay, we're going to definitely just play out a 4-drop here. I'm going to run out the Millennial Gargoyle because he's actually going to be able to get in for some damage. The Wasteland Viper's kind of annoying, but it won't be too bad because we're going to have this and this, and that's going to do some work for us. He goes unblocked. All right. So things are starting to look up for us here. We've got some options here, though. We can either play Fire Fist Striker plus Skinbrand Goblin, or we can play Ordrune Veteran. I think I'm going to play the Veteran. And the reason why I want to do that is because it does set up some nasty plays if we draw Active Treason, and also it might dissuade him from wanting to attack. Like, he might just not want to attack. Oh, never mind. Okay, this looks good. So we're going to be able to attack with the Millennial Gargoyle here. Now, we can't ever really block this thing because then this dies, which is pretty unacceptable. But that's okay. Our deck's not looking to block that much anyway. I'm going to run out the big boy here. Yeah, I'm going to run out him. And then that's going to give us some wiggle room next turn, depending on how he attacks. If he doesn't attack, then we're fine too, and we can run out the Fire Fist Striker and start faltering guys. So this is a scary part of the game for us, though, as he's got, well, there goes a pit fight. And a Croconura to follow up, so really bad for us. He strangely didn't attack with this. So we're at 13, facing down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, roughly. Could be 8. Well, I definitely want to get rid of this Croconura, so I am going to use up the Skinbrand Goblin on that. Then I'm going to dump my hand out here. So now, if he wants to keep attacking us, he can. But if we are lucky enough to draw... Alright, so he didn't have anything there. If we attack with everybody... The problem is this. Because we can make this not be able to block, which is good. But then this trades with this, which is kind of not amazing for us. So I think we need to be patient here. Yeah, this can't kill anything at the moment, so we're just going to do this. But we're threatening a huge Alpha Strike in the other direction, so he's got to be careful. Now, he drew a Croconura, of course. Play a Syndic of Tithes. I could put a big attack in here. Falter this. Trade this with this. Trade this with this. Ping this thing. Yeah, it's just still not worth it yet. We're going to need to draw one of our cards that helps just punch through a whole bunch of damage, basically. He's just going to keep committing stuff to his board here. That's not it, and we don't have any attacks at all now. We can kill that green side watcher with a bomber core eventually, but at this point we'd just be annihilating our entire team, which is pretty unacceptable. The downside of this situation, though, is that if he decides that he wants to alpha strike us at some point, we have really bad blocks, so he can actually get away with it. And we seem to be drawing a lot of lands here. Yeah, I still don't think we have an attack quite yet. Something like a madcap skills would go a long way to getting this attack profitable. Again, if we drew the... Geez, alright, well then we know where all those went. That's going to be rough for us to get through. Croconair is very good versus us. He might start attacking now. Yeah, he is, and we can't block it. Ooh, that's a good one. This is going to prompt an alpha strike from him, but I think I'm okay with that. We're going to go back up to 10 here. Next turn, we're going to be able to attack him really well. Hopefully he doesn't have Gruel Charm. Krasis, that's a guy, I guess. Alright, no attacks from him. That's great. That's really, really good, actually. No land. Just something. This is a complicated board. Alright, so let's take a time out here and see what we're looking at. If we ship with the team here, or at least with this, and some combination of these two, then we can get some damage in. So what we can do is we can pile up. We've got 4 damage to throw around wherever we want. And remember, that'll put us to 13 to help prevent alpha strikes in the other direction. So, for example, if we go attack with this, and this, then we can throw a bomber core on this. We can throw a Fire Main Avenger on this. Unfortunately, he still just has blocks. Well, no, then we can block this. So if we do that, we get in for 5. Which is pretty good, and we still have both of our flyers up. We lose this guy and this guy, though, in the process, which is pretty bad, especially because we're going to need to attack one more time past this guy. So that's really not going to do it. But I don't want to let him untap here. This is a pretty bad spot for us in that way. So if I attacked with everybody, and let's say I Fire Main Avenger this guy, and I Bomber Core this guy, then he's down to this, and this. But that unfortunately, so then we'd have to use the Fire Fist Striker on the Croconair so that he doesn't double block this. But then basically we would end up trading this off for this. This would get eaten, and everything else would die except for the Fire Main Avenger, which is pretty bad for us too. So our attacks are actually pretty crappy here. Just mainly because it means we lose our guys, which is really bad. I could attack with this, and this, and that would take out one of the Croconairs, and it would gain us 3 life. It would lose our Bomber Core, though, which is kind of lame. Problem is that he's going to be able to just ship his guys into us here pretty quickly. Don't know if he knows that, though. Yeah, we'd lose this in that deal, too. A battalion really makes you attack with everybody, and we don't have a very good attack here, so I'm just going to have to pass a turn back, I think. We need something to break this stalemate. It can be another madcap skills. It could be, homing lightning would be off the charts here. We could take out both Croconairs at once. All right, he is going to attack again because it just means that our Gargoyle dies, which is just the worst. All right, so we have to attack next turn, and of course we just drew a mountain. All right, so we've got to do some work here though, because we got to get back up to 9, and because we're going to be dead. Otherwise, he can just start attacking with everybody. So I think we attack here, 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 and here, and leave back these 2 guys, like this. And that way this thing can't block. We're going to gain 3 to go back up to 9, and then I think we just take out this other one. Otherwise, I take out this thing and make his crackback attack a lot worse. That's probably the safer play. As we don't really have lethal here. Oh, what is he doing here? Oh, he's got arrows. Now, we still get the trigger, but yeah, that's really bad for us. He's got another one. Oh, Aetherize? That's kind of weird. I think Aetherize actually helps us. Because we get to do some extorting here. I think I just want to play this guy. And it untaps our guys who weren't going to kill him anyway. All right, he's got his own gargoyle here. And I fortunately still don't have a good block here for that guy. Man, this is brutal. Way too many lands here to really make an offensive run here. This deck is, I mean, I played 17, but it's getting a little out of hand here. All right, pass the turn. Yep. That'll help. That could help. I can get him down to 4 thanks to the Bomber Core trigger. And this thing's going to be able to bash in through everything. We might just Alpha Strike next turn. I'm going to chump block here. Oh. Yeah, never mind. We're just dead. Looks like he drew a Gruel Charm at just the right moment. Which is sad. Oops. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're dead. All right. Well, I think we have a pretty good chance against this guy, even though he's got some cards that are really good against us. He's also got some that we have ways to get around. If he didn't have that the mugging, then we're in a really good position. So I think we're okay. I'm going to bring in Shielded Passage again for the big boy, and I think this is going to work out just fine. Homing Lightning, Hellraiser. This is not a keep. That's a bad hand. This one's a little better. It's still not good, though, unfortunately. But I'm not going to ship it back. We have a million 2-drops in this deck, and if we draw one, then we're going to be pretty set up here. If we don't, then we could die. But all right, well, there's a 1-drop at least. Something we can play. Yep, Croconair is good. Plains is actually a pretty sweet draw here. I like just moving in again. We don't have any other play at the moment. If he has mugging again, then it kind of sucks. If he doesn't play anything this turn and passes, then we can just not attack because he probably has arrows. I wish we had that card, but he's got a gargoyle. All right. He might just want to race us here. That wouldn't work well for him, though. See if we draw land. All right, we don't, but we do hit the Shielded Passage, which is kind of awkward. We can use it to trade off for one of these guys, but I think I'd rather just try to kill him. So let's steal this guy and hit him for 6. He's forced to take it. If we draw a land, we can start actually developing our board out a little bit here. If he plays something huge, we can steal it and attack him. This is going to be close, though. Yep. If he has a mugging. Nope, no mugging. All right. land? Fire Fist Striker. Let's see, so he's hitting us for 6-7, so we're still alive here. We can steal this thing. Or we can just play Fire Fist Striker and have Shielded Passage. All right, so if I just attack, I can trade Shielded Passage off for this guy and then play Fire Fist Striker. I think that's the best play. All right, so this sets up a potential win. Ugh. Loose. Should have played that first, obviously. Man, that would have been a much different situation. I would have been able to kill both. Ugh. Hate it when I miss stuff like that. Not as used to playing with this card, so there's the downside. So if our dudes live here, though, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Depends on what happens, but all right, he's got another Disciple. He can hit us for 6 here. Yeah, he's just going to hit us for 4, though. Still no lands. So if I steal a guy and hit him, do I win? No. I hit him for 8, he goes to 2. Man, I wish I would have played that thing. It's bothering me. If I just play a guy here, he can hit me for 2-4. He can Alpha Strike me. But then I block, and I can potentially kill him on the crackback. So he probably won't. I can't attack him with this because he can give this first strike. So I just play out Syndic here and just hope he just tries to move in for like 6 damage or something. He could just... I mean, there's a lot of cards you can have that just kill me here, of course, as well. But yeah, missing these land drops. Ugh. Yeah, and that's one of the ones that he could have that can just kill me. All right, you got it. It's frustrating because I think if we hit our lands, we're good. If I would have played correctly, we would have been in a much better position too because he would have been down a creature. But I didn't, and so we paid the price pretty dearly. And that's just how close sometimes these matches can come. You know, when you flood out or you don't draw enough lands, that's when it puts all the pressure on like the smaller mistakes that you make, and they become much bigger mistakes, just like that one. So, yep, tough luck, tough beats for me, but so it goes. If you guys want to send me any emails for feedback or anything, it's limitedresourcespodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my name is Marshall_LR, same as it is here on Magic Online. If you want to join the clan, you saw a couple of people do that, you can just message me, Marshall_LR, and get you an invite. And if you want to find any of the stuff that we do over at Limited Resources or my coverage or anything, it's all at lrcast.com. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next week.